Hey guys, what is going on with Madrid and Mbappe? This last week, Madrid fans and a bit other type of fans, they're saying they want Mbappe out, and Rodri the fighting, two players fighting. What's going on? It's like a clown show over there at Madrid. It's like the TV show for follow the Kardashians. It's like we're following the Madrid version. It's crazy what we are hearing um from Madrid. Teammates boxing. Who's next week? The teammates start boxing them each other, and the Zimbabwe thing. Uh, here it's very similar. His time at PSG, it feels very similar. Um, at his last two seasons, he it he made it out like he owned the club, and PSG was Mbappe FC. I didn't like that at all. I'm pretty sure other PSG fans agree that wasn't a great thing, and the one thing sticks to my mind. Um, uh, if he listened, he would have had a Champions League by now, especially last season. Him and Dembele, them both would have had a Champions League with that squad, this PSG squad. What a squad it is, and he goes to um, Madrid in their first season. They go trophy this season. I think it isn't just on Mbappe. Um, I think it's also on the top, the egos there. This time, Vinny is the good guy in the story. It's rare. It's normally Vinny. Um, it's crazy. Um, what the club has is turning into these two last seasons. Um, I think it might get better. They need a manager to to set them straight. Like I'm hearing they're going back to we will see what type of manager they go for. I think personally it's just a clown show. Um, Madrid is um right right now. Netflix can make a long season from the season, the way Madrid was carrying on. I think it's probably come from the way they acted um last season, because Vinny they didn't win. No, I mean it's the season before last season. We thought Vinny was gonna win the Ballon d'Or, but the way they acted now, it it gotten worse when Mbappe moved to Madrid. When the time Mbappe was at his last 3 seasons, we can say, when the president was asking him Mbappe to stay. You remember that it felt similar with the Neymar thing and the Messi thing. They were saying he was jealous and it was turning into a clown. It felt like this is not gonna end up well. You could see it ended up all three of them left the club at the end of it, and this shows if you press and you just listen to the manager, look at Dembele. He isn't a a striker. I mean, he can play on the left. He prefers the right wing. For example, he plays as a striker at PSG. He stepped up and he's playing for the team. It looks like now these days you can't just be the number one guy. You can't just have the team play like France. That's why it didn't end up working at the end. We're winning a Champions League with Mbappe, and it looks like he might not win one at Madrid. We will see. He's touching 30. He doesn't have that much more time. Just to a Dembele and just play for the team. And look, we are going to see PSG go back to back Champions Leagues. That's going to be a great feeling and a great day to see. This does feel very similar the way his career was at PSG. I was growing up watching PSG for years, and every time the window opens is Madrid going for Mbappe every single season, and his last one when Neymar and Messi left in the same season, and the season we saw then when the Champions League, and he dipped in the season after it's last season, and we saw finally the Champions League, and if it's starting to feel like a similar story, but the story won't be him coming back to PSG. It's probably about his ego. I'm starting to feel like sometimes Mbappe's ego can get too much. I think that's probably the reason why we never saw that him win the Champions League with Neymar and PSG, that great squad. And this one's also the one who won the Champions League last season. I also think it's a very good squad. Also it's balanced. That's why the reason why PSG we saw as winning the Champions League. That's why we're gonna see a back-to-back Champions League. I have a feeling that putting it into Madrid's shoes, I think the team is a little bit unbalanced. There's too much superstars. Mbappe is not going to do a Dembele and play for the team and play as the 9. You have to sell him or Vivini and let's say the Salvini. Then you put Mbappe on the left, and you have to buy a proper striker. That's the only way Madrid is going to win a Champions League. this is why I say it's very similar. That's why we never saw PSG win the Champions League until now. That's why it's a great thing to see back to back. That's why, looking back, the team what we were watching for years was unbalanced. Now you've seen it now at Madrid. It's too much superstars, and look now at PSG we can say we have Kvaratskhelia and Dembele. They, like, you can see they are superstars, but the whole team is with everyone's hungry. It doesn't matter if you earn more than them than most of the team. You play as the team. You could see this is not going to end up well if Madrid doesn't start cutting some of the superstars and start balancing out the team again. What do you guys think? Big up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, in peace.